If you're looking for a place to buy or sell your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, check out u4gm.com as a reliable place to do so and use code ELYT, E-L-Y-Y-T, for 5% off at checkout. I have made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. I don't know how I'm going to finish this journey that I am on. I have taken a bite out of something that I cannot quite chew. This Mbappe SBC is expensive. I'm in an emergency situation. How do we complete this squad building challenge Mbappe without going out and spending 1 billion coins now that Team of the Year is over? I have made a mistake. I regret starting this. Of course, these two windows, 85 and 86, not cheap, but not super expensive. But I did an 88 rated squad already for this, including an inform. And I feel like I'm in too deep to go back now. We've got to figure out a way to complete this squad building challenge. And 80 rated plus upgrades, they only give 80 rated cards, so that hasn't been much help. Let me know what you guys think in the comments would help us the most. Anyways, guys, if you are new to the channel, welcome in. My name is Sean, aka Elite, and I bring you guys daily trading tip content to make you guys coins in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. So if that's something that interests you, do not forget to drop a like down in the comments section below. Let me go ahead and crop that so you guys see more of the screen. Appreciate you guys joining in today, and let's shoot for 222 likes on today's video. The first FUT Future Stars content that we have seen, of course, other than team number 1, is Fabio Vieira, and they continue to attack the 84, 85, 86 rated, not so much 84s actually, 85 and 86 rated squads. And throughout Team of the Year, they did the same thing. Every single squad building challenge just had 84, 85, 86, 87 rated squads needed. But there's not much to do with your 83s right now, and that is why they are super cheap. They're down at about 900 coins right now, even less than that for some of them you can get on bid. And if you're getting them for 850 coins, they oftentimes rise back up to 1.4 thousand, 1.5 thousand coins. And you might be like, well, Elite, why would I invest in something that's only going to make me 600 coins? And yeah, that's not a lot of coins. 600 is not going to get you very far unless you buy 1,000 of them. Think about it in the fact that, yeah, you're getting 83 rated cards right now and you might make 400, 500 coins per card. But if you take that card that's 850,000 coins and sell it for 1.4 million, now it puts it in perspective for you. So it is a grind, it is time consuming, but it is worth it because they continue to attack these higher rateds. But eventually they're going to come right back down to the 83s, maybe drop us a repeatable SBC, and then boom, they're back up. And at the beginning of Team of the Year, they were actually 2.3, 2.4 thousand coins for 83 rated cards. So if you're really lucky, they could rise up that much, but I'm not expecting that kind of thing to happen during FUT Future Stars. I think that 1.4, 1.5 is a realistic thing to hope for in the next week or so. But Fabio Vieira came with a little bit of FUT community drama, which I know you guys all love. Maybe not so much drama, not so much as, you know, accidentally filming somebody, you know, committing suicide in a forest in Japan, but definitely something that we saw on Twitter today that people were not happy about. And that was the leaker FUT Sheriff, who I have cited many times in my, you know, YouTube videos in the last couple of months. FUT Sheriff here with Fabio Carvalho. This is what he tweeted out. This is the SBCs coming out in Future Stars SBCs soon. He got his Portuguese center attacking mids from Premier League youngsters mixed up. Oh yeah, and they're both named Fabio as well. So he ended up tweeting out the wrong guy. Everybody invested in Liverpool links. And although he did issue an apology, and it's not that big of a deal, of course, it's just FIFA leaks, there were people that were a little bit more angry than myself, as you guys can see. But in the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. And we do have another leak coming very soon for squad building challenges that I think is going to move the market even more than what we saw Fabio Vieira, because Fabio Vieira, debatably worth it. There's a lot of cards that have similar stats to him, but VANDERSON really fits into a lot of people's squads, and I think that a lot of people who have built League On teams over the past month, ever since it started becoming a meta in winter wildcards with Payet and Bellegarde and Bailly dropping into squad building challenges, Klaus came out as an objective right back, and he's just not good enough. He doesn't fit the power curve anymore, but VANDERSON might just fill that role. As you can see, there's 2 cards. We don't know the positions yet, but I would go out on a limb and say it's probably going to be a right wing card on the left right there. So 93 pace, 88 dribbling, 85 shooting, 87 passing. Not bad defense and physicality, but less for sure. And I think that's going to be the more forward-minded card, probably right wing. If you take a look at his gold common card, his gold common card is a card that can play right wing, right mid, or right back. So I would assume that the card on the right there is going to be a card that is going to be right back or right wing back. And it is also going to have decent pace, not quite as much, but the stats that get boosted are in defense and physicality. And with 5 stats, 84 and above for a fullback that can also shoot. 75 is not too bad for a fullback. If that is a right wing back card, I'm doing this squad building challenge. And hopefully it requires 83s because, as we mentioned, I don't have anything more than 83s and 84s. So we're going to have to figure out how to do this and Mbappe. And then I'll have another Ligue 1 card. And I'll just pretty much have a full icon plus Ligue 1 team. But nonetheless, this is going to be a card that affects the market for sure. It's a good card nonetheless. But if we take a look at different links to the VANDERSON, I just kind of gave you guys a little bit of a hint there with me scrolling across my tabs. But if we take a look at center backs, of course, we have Marquinhos, who is a player who would probably link with other cards in people's teams already. Sergio Ramos, if you want to go with the Sergio Ramos-Marquinhos pairing, that also gets VANDERSON in the squad with at least 2 chemistry. 2 chemistry automatically because you've got Ligue 1 link, and then you've also got Brazilian link, and then you've also got Marquinhos on full chemistry no matter what because you've got that Sergio Ramos. So I think that Marquinhos is going to go up in price because it just works out really well as a link. And then you take a look at left back, and you've got Fabio and Ismaili. If you take a look at both of them, I mean, obviously, if you want to go with the more budget investment, you've got Ismaili, and then you've got Fabio, who can play multiple positions, but the other positions is right back and right wing back, which is probably going to be replaced by VANDERSON in a lot of people's squads. So that one, I guess, is not as sure of a rise as Ismaili, but I think the card is better than Ismaili, and it can play left back, which is why I've actually gone out and invested in a couple of these already. If you take a look at other positions like striker, there are a couple of options like Ben Yedder, but you are taking a risk. If that VANDERSON card that is the more attacking-minded VANDERSON is a card that can play right wing or striker, or if it's a striker, then this card will actually probably come down in price a little bit just because people would be replacing Ben Yedder with VANDERSON in their teams as long as Yedder's not in there just because of the French links, which is very possible. French links is a very common way to get people in the squad. That's another idea. And then at left wing, a higher budget investment, you could go with Neymar here as a center attacking mid, center forward, left wing. Can play all these different positions, but it is very high budget. And I can't imagine a card like VANDERSON really moving that Neymar too much. But we could also see that gold Neymar go up a little bit because that is not SBC fodder quite yet. It is still used. It is still in people's teams. And so I think people would go out of their way to actually get this Neymar gold card, and that could go up by about 10,000 coins because of the VANDERSON SBC. So those links should make you guys some coins. Let me know in the comments if you do end up making any coins, or send me a picture over on Twitter if you guys haven't followed me there yet. At @elite_ at elite was taken. Maybe Elon will free up those ats, and I can steal @elite here sometime soon. But go follow me there. The link is down below. Now, when I was mentioning earlier about how VANDERSON really fits people's teams if it's a right wing back, that's me really hoping that VANDERSON is going to be a right wing back because I don't have one in my club. I have Klaus, who's on the bench here, but he's not very good. Yes, he gets great chemistry, but I don't really think he keeps up with the power curve, so I would love to see VANDERSON drop, and hopefully I can get a good right wing back and have to stop playing a left wing back out of position there. But as you guys can see up here at right wing, I've got a new future star, Alvarez. Is it tradable? It is. That's the only tradable card on that team. And it's not the only Alvarez I've picked up. I've got another here on my transfer list. And the reason I've picked up these Alvarez cards is because normally these new promo cards, it happened with Team of the Year, it happened with Centurions, it happened with Wild Cards, it's happened almost every single promo. They rise on the first night of their release on that Friday night, and I've been stressing this every single week, so hopefully those of you who have been subscribed to the channel and been watching these videos over the course of the last month are getting in on some of these deals and maybe making yourselves some profit. But if we take a look at that Alvarez, who we got for $2.13 million, we actually are making some profit right now. It's not a ton. Hopefully it can go up a little bit more into the night, but if not, I'm okay with taking just a small bit of profit. And sorry, I couldn't see behind my microphone right there. And we'll get rid of that. So right now, Alvarez is going for nearly 2.3 million coins. It's hovering at about 290. If I sold right now, I'd make about 50,000 coin profit on that card. Now, on these flips, we have made upwards of 300K per card sometimes. It really just comes down to how rare does that card get at nighttime. With Winter Wildcards Benzema, that card went so expensive. It went from like 1.9 million coins to 2.5 million coins in the span of about 4 hours. With David Beckham's World Cup icon about 2 weeks ago, we saw that card go up maybe 1 million coins overnight, and a lot of the different cards went up a lot that night. But nonetheless, it is a very effective method as long as you have the kahunas to actually make the move, because it is a lot of coins, and the more expensive and high rated the card is, the more likely it is to get more rare at nighttime, because it can't be over invested in, because there's not a lot of people who can go out and buy 20 of those kind of cards. While for a player like Kudus, you can buy as many as you want, really, because this card is only 33,000 coins. And I'm trying to get about 36, 37K tonight, but it's probably not going to happen. And as you can see, I wasn't really that confident in the investment because I only bought a few of those cards. If I was confident in the investment, I would have gone in with 1 million coins. But as you guys can see, we still have a couple other investments. Fabio, we've already explained that one. And then we've got Diatta. I think that this card right here, another link investment to that Vanderson. But on the other hand, could it get replaced by Vanderson? I don't really think so. I did get these cards for about 16,000 coins, and they're up to about 23,000 coins now. And I think I'm just going to hold, because it's not gone down with the other 86 fodder. It initially came out as fodder, and it was the cheapest 86 in the game, and that included all of the gold cards. But over the course of the last few days, fodder has gone down, but that card, that Diatta, didn't go down with it. These cards are about 17,000 coins now to 18,000 coins, as you can see on Footbin. But if we type in Diatta and see what the cheapest card on the market right now is, it's about 23,000 coins, and it is still slowly rising. As you guys can see, it got down to about 19, but here's when we bought right here. It rose up to about 21, and then yesterday it was an average of 21 again. Now it's 23. And I think it could go a little bit higher as well. I think the longer we hold that kind of card, the better it's going to do for us. It's going to rise slowly, but I'll go ahead and maybe sell off once it hits 25, 26,000 coins. And we do have like, what, 27 of those cards? We've got a lot of these Diatta cards on the transfer list. So every 1,000 coins that it rises, we get another like 30,000 coins. So if it goes up another 3K, I make nearly another 100,000 coins on the account. And so that is what I'm going to be hoping for. Couple more things before we move on to a pack opening to finish off this video. We've got Team of the Year honorable mentions, and although I shouted out like 5 or 6 of these in the last video, I think that a couple of them have risen a little bit too much to go in on, but a couple of them are still good prices. I like Davies. If you can get him for, less than 310, you're looking at a pretty safe investment that I think will do well over time. Bremer at 69K is still too low. There's not a lot of focus on Serie A right now, but in due time, there will be SBCs and a shift in focus back to Serie A. Right now, it's back on Ligue 1, as I mentioned earlier in the video. But Serie A, Brazilian, Juventus, 87 rated, great stats. I think that at 69K will be great long term, so I would go in on him. I would stay away from Saka. I think that he's up a little bit because of the Rashford SBC, although he probably is going to go up a little bit more. There's better options. I do not like Fekir. I would stay away from him. I'd never invest in goalkeepers, even though he's from a good league, a good nation. Goalkeepers, I just never invest in those for meta cards. cards. Of course, Vinicius Jr. is on his way up, but Cancelo and Koulibaly were cards that I shouted out in the last video that I really liked. They have gone up a ton already. They're going to continue to go up, but I think it might be a little late to get in on those investments. If you take a look at Koulibaly, if you take a look at Cancelo, we can see that over the course of the last 48 hours, he's gone from 450 to 490. So you've already missed out on 40K worth of profit or 40K worth of a rise so far. So the majority of that rise that we're going to see this week has already happened, while I think for Davies and I think for Bremer, there's still a lot of room for those cards to go up. Now, if we take a look at the tracker for the last 24 hours, we can see that Jesper Lindstrom, who came out as an objective, is one of the more expensive cards, as well as a couple other players from Denmark, because you need to have a Denmark player. Like there's Delaney right there. There's Laudrup right here. You can see how they spiked up after the release of a new objective. You need to score with Danish players to get the new Lindstrom card out of the objectives. I don't think it's worth your time. I would stay away from it. But if you're wondering why this was, there was a random increase in price on these cards, that is the reason for it. There is an objective out right now, and you can check that out for yourself if you want to do it. But to be honest, I do not think it's worth your time. Anyways, guys, we just finished Weekend League, so let's go ahead and open a couple of those packs. I wasn't able to finish the Foot Champs on time to open these during Team of the Year, but that's probably for the best anyway. We've got 4 player picks or 3 player picks and a premium Team of the Week pack, as well as a 50K pack, a 100K pack. I got kicked out of 3 matches. 3 matches by EA this weekend. Normally, I only get kicked out of 0 or 1. Obviously, it's not unheard of to get kicked out of a match by EA servers, but it happened 3 times. I just stopped at 9 wins. I gave my last 4 away. I was not asked to play. So I stopped at 9, and we'll just go ahead and qualify through Div Rivals for whenever we play again. But let's go ahead and see if we can get anything out of these player picks. First one, we've got an 85 Alex Ramiro. Definitely not great, but at least it's an 85 we can use towards an SBC. I mean, I guess I should take Alex Ramiro again. No, I'm not taking him again just because of the fact that I don't want to have to deal with doing an SBC right now. And then we got one more here, and we get Kessie or Valverde. Yeah, literally 84 is the minimum it could have been, and we got 2 84 rated cards. So pretty much the worst possible picks that we could have gotten, we just got. Doesn't help our trek towards finishing Mbappe whatsoever. I'll use Alex Ramiro, but literally the cheapest squad that we need to do is 86 rated, so that does not help. Let's go ahead and open up our 50K pack and see if we can get a walkout in this. It's an inform, so at least it is tradable in an inform. That's 81 rated card, so nothing to get excited about there. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and send all of that to the transfer list for now, and we'll send these 2 to the club. Now we've got a 100K pack. So far, so good, guys. Definitely worth playing Weekend League in February. And we do not get a special card. It's going to be Pedri. If we had only gotten Gavi, his teammate, then we would have been pretty excited about that. But nope, not anything good out of a 100K pack. The highest rated is 85 as well. I'm going to send that to the transfer list. I'll probably sell him and send those to the club. You know what? I'm just going to open up the inform pack as well. I don't think there's anything good we can get out of it, but I'm down on my luck anyway. We might as well pull the Band-Aid off right now. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. At the very least, you guys could drop a sympathy like on the video, because my pack luck has been abysmal. Now, if you want to see some of the packs that we got during Team of the Year, we didn't get all bad packs, but given the amount of packs we opened, it hasn't been great. You can check out the last 2 videos on the channel. As I said, we are going to shoot for 222 likes on today's video. So if we can hit that, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm going to reply to everybody's comment down below and drop a heart on your comment as well. You can comment whatever you want. I'm going to reply to every single one, and I'm going to drop a comment, or I'm going to reply to every single one. I'm going to drop a heart on every single one as well. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'll see you guys again in tomorrow's upload. Peace out.